Since we had our last altercation we had was with Naya Albright and we came up a little short from that. I wanted, like I said, I called him out to get my get back. So I kind of did answer your question.
Nothing's gonna make you stick around 140 then. None of the champions, none of that.
Nope. Matter of fact, yes, I'm tripping.
Okay.
Dalton Smith. I would love to fight Dalton Smith.
Why him and not the other champions?
Because Dalton Smith is 18-0 with 15 knockouts, and in the UK, I think me and him, I feel like I know me and him can sell at least 10,000 tickets. The people gonna pull up, people's gonna watch. It's a sellable fight. It sells itself.
Yeah, we did an interview with him earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we asked him about you. He didn't have any malice to put towards you, but I was pointing out the fact that over there they sell 30, 40,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like pretty much with ease.
Right.
Over here, you guaranteeing 12, and I'm talking to him like, why would you even come over here if you have to question if there's gonna be 10,000 in the arena?
Well, when you fighting me,
yeah,
you don't gotta question. We gonna sell the fight.
Yeah.
Like asses gonna be in them seats when it come to somebody watching Keyshawn Davis fight and a superior champion like Dalton Smith that everybody knows and he got a big following, bro. We selling, like I said, at least 10,000 tickets. You know what I'm saying? And I know what 10,000 tickets at the gate can get you because I already did it.
You believe we will finally see Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis in 2026?
Fuck him. I don't even want to speak on him. I don't got too much to say about him.
Tell me why. Where's that heat come from?
I don't talk on people who feel as though I need them, because I don't need nobody. I'm a big superstar in my own right. I make a lot of big money in my own right, and I don't need nobody. So yeah, I don't want to speak on him.
All right, man, our good brother Keyshawn Davis was on Sean Porter Way podcast and said the only way he stay at 140, is if it's Dalton Smith or a rematch with Naya Albright. I think people really starting to see, him get exposed. And I put in Shakur in here saying F Tank, he don't care about Tank. We talk about that towards the end. Check out the Box News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, right? I mean, you already know what it is. Him and the Russells is cool. He can use that card. He cool. They cool and shit. But like I said before, who else got a belt? T.O., Shakur, T.O. holds the WBO in Atlanta. Gary Anton Russell holds the WBC. The WBA is held by, who holds the WBA? IBF is Hitchison, and the WBA, Puello had it. Dalton Smith, that's who holds it. My bad, I'm tripping. Dalton Smith holds the WBA, so. He said, me and Dalton Smith, we at least sell for 10,000 tickets in the UK. That ain't shit. That ain't shit in the United States, and that ain't shit in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Like at least 20, 30,000 y'all probably get in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how popular he is. Like I said before, they tell you who they are, man. These new generation of fighters don't want to do the work. And when you're young, you're supposed to do the work. You're supposed to take the risk. Like think about it. When you lift weights, I remember we used to be on the leg press and shit. And I know what Tom Pledge said about the leg rest and inferior muscle. Boy, we used to fill the whole thing up with 45 plates and do it. You think at my age right now I'm doing some shit like that? Absolutely the fuck not. Hell no. Because when I was younger, I could take those risks. I felt invincible. I can lift every day and not feel nothing. I can lift every day and not feel absolutely not feel nothing. I can recover faster. So when you're younger, you pose to really take those risks, but really I get it to a certain extent. A lot of those younger guys don't want to take the risk. They don't want to take the risk because it might damage your psyche. It's like people who let's just, say you want a guard dog to keep it clean, right? If that puppy guard dog have a traumatic experience where he step up too quick and challenge a big dog and the big dog rattle his cage too much, a lot of times that dog can't be a guard dog no more. Or if you physically abuse that dog, which you should never do. That's like rule number 1 in training your dog. There's no physical abuse. Because when it's time to suit up and boot up, he got, basically like a fighter, he gunshot. So you ain't never supposed to hit your dog. You know what I'm saying? When they got my neighbor, he a professional. He used to train canines professionally. I ain't seen Don Banks in a minute. He do that. He train, holla at him. He train police dogs and shit, man. Shout out to the Bay Area. And, he told me, first thing you do, you never hit your dog. And he explained why. I'm like, cool. It's like basically what I told y'all in layman's terms. So, a lot of these young fighters, they feel like if they get beat, they cage gets so rattled they can't recover. But as men, we are built to recover. We built to overcome. We built to go through the storm. I mean, Ray Beltran went from being Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner for years. And Pacquiao bought him a house and everything. And he, told him, like, nigga, you can go be a world champion. He did that. After years of probably fighting politics, after years of, getting bad decisions or losing, he still overcame and became a world champion. Marvin Hagler, nigga was sleeping at the gym, making $50 a fight. He believed, he overcame, became one of the greatest fighters of all time. Even his first title shot, they took that from him. After 40-something fights, they took that from that man. And he still came back 2 or 3 fights later, and he got the title. And then he whooped old buddy ass too. Then I think somebody else had the title, he whooped his ass. As men, we pose to find a way. And sometimes we can't find a way, but then again, God closed doors so we can go through other doors. Everything happened for a reason. Every time, something happened, I say this all the time in my videos. I know it's for a reason. You want to question God, rather if you question him or you don't question him, whoever you believe in, everything happened for a reason. Every relationship, every encounter, overhearing shit, doors closing, doors opening while other doors opening, doors closing while other doors opening for other doors to open. Doors open to close so you can go through the other door. Like, that's what it is. But, I see why a lot of the young fighters don't want to take the risk, because if you don't feel like you can persevere, I get it. But if you believe, it's been a lot of fighters that have been the fuck. Think about Deontay Wilder. Dude was just trying to feed his daughter. That's all he was trying to do. You know how many times he probably in that gym, he wanted to give up, but he thought about that girl and what she was going through. He had to persevere. It wasn't no other way, man. So if you think of it that way, it ain't no other way. What he tell Rock or Apollo tell, ain't no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no tomorrow, Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what it is, bro. But for Keyshawn Davis, these guys, they look at it as they want a nickel and dime. You know what I'm saying? They want to stretch this out as long as possible instead of getting to it and getting the money while they can. Like Too Short said, you gotta keep getting it. Getting while they getting, you gotta keep getting it. When you young, you should get it. That was put to me this way. I'm like, I don't do no overtime. I'm going to the club, man. OG sat me down like, yo, bro, you young, get all the overtime you can get, bro. Get it all while you can do it. And they need to be getting all the fights, all the belts, all the accolades. That way you can build the fan base, you can build the notoriety. They should be fighting as often as possible so you can pick and choose what you want to do. Just think about all the people at the job who got seniority, especially in or outside the union shop, especially in. They can bump who the fuck they want when the time comes. Oh, I want to go to night shift, or I want to go to day shift, or I want to work in the paint shop, or I want to work in the underbody, or I want to wipe the car. After a while, 20, 30 years in, I want to test drive the new cars. You do what they want. They can do what the fuck they want. Remember before that Alchemy song? We can do whatever you want. There's no filming here. We can do whatever we want. You know, hold you down. You know, that Prodigy was on that joint. Me and my boy from Philly was just talking about Prodigy. Prodigy was dope. You know, my beat, for me, right, my Outkast is the second greatest duels of all time. But yeah. But yeah, man, you know, like I said before, this duck talk. Quack, 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 quack. This that Amelia Estevez from Mighty Ducks talk. These dudes don't want to fight nobody. They pick and choose, but then they want to get mad when we call it out. You can't get mad when we call a spade a spade. You a businessman, that's your name. You make business decisions because you ain't about that life. Like you made a business decision to duck Ewan De Los Santos. You made a business decision to duck the Andy Cruz. You called out Abdullah Mason and then you didn't make the weight. Like I said, but then they be like, well, everybody don't like me. Why everybody being critical? Because, you know, what Future say? You don't get no extra points for pulling the F move, that 3-letter word. Yeah, you get no credit for that. That's what you pulling. And even Sean Tizell was on the he was on the couch like this whole ass nigga. Hey, you gotta go back and watch that. He was looking like, man, so why you fight Dalton Smith but you won't fight? I forget who he said. He was looking at this nigga like this whole ass nigga. Like even like the media members that really be neutral, really like, I don't want to say it like that because Sean cool, but really got to kiss ass to be in the media room. Even these motherfuckers starting to be like, yo, y'all niggas is tripping, bro. Hey, even they starting to see, like, you know, that nigga CJ, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even they starting to see it. Either they starting not to kiss ass no more. They like, man, these niggas. Because guess what? What I was saying 9-10 years ago, man, what I was saying, bro, and what my stance have always been, when they make the best fights, regardless of who win or lose, everybody eats. Everybody eats. Sean pockets get fatter, Porter pockets get fatter, my pockets get fatter, Crawford top pockets, Keyshawn pockets get fatter. Every media member, Fight Hub, Fight TV, Fight Hype, you know what I'm saying? Boxing, so all our pockets get fatter when they fight and fight often. We all eat. The bigger the event, the bigger our platform of sports is. The fighters are not doing their job and they gonna be fight. You're gonna be able to send a super chat in a minute for these niggas, man. People laugh when I say that, bro. Man, watch the last stream I did on January 26th. That live stream I did. Watch the end. Just go to the, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I stayed about an hour. Watch the end of that, probably the last 20 minutes of that live stream. Or last 10 to 15 to be, man, bro, that's exactly where boxing going, bro. January 26, 2026. And if you got that one, hey, I want one of y'all to clip that shit. And when the day comes when you can send a super chat while these niggas fighting on Fight TV, YouTube, or the day come when you gotta watch the fight when your homeboy live streaming because it ain't on no streaming platform or no TV. I want that video to go viral, even if it's 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, 100 years down the line. I want people to study that. But yeah, you asked Shakur talking about Ryan Custer, shot him back doing his interviews and shit. I don't know if he got control of his channel or it was a legal battle dispute or whatever. But he was basically saying that, you know, what about you and Tank? Oh, fuck Tank. I don't care about Tank. And man, get out of here, man. And Tank come back, man. You willing to go get knocked out by Tank. He willing to get knocked out or he willing to take the risk to fight Tank. In my opinion, I just think they trying to build the fight up, but I think it's like it's grave danger in the back of his head that Tank ain't gonna be there to really capitalize on that fight. And because of some of the bad decisions he making in life. This nigga on the TK right now on the race, and it don't surprise me none. No father figure, you got a partner nigga. You can tell the way that nigga move. He move like a Keisha, bro. He move like a light-skinned ghetto Keisha. Like, they call him light-skinned Keisha. And when you flee the federal agents, bro, like Kobe said, that's 3 to 5. So, like I said, if he gonna flee them, If he fleed him for an extended period of time, he gone, bro. He gone. He gone. The best thing you do is turn yourself in, bond out, fight the case, bro. But like I said before, of course Shakur Stevenson care about Tank Davis. He can act like he can't, but I'm gonna say one thing about him: he can't create his own way. Shakur can't create his own way, not as fast as he can fight Tank. If Shakur end up creating his own way, it's gonna be the B-Hop way. It's gonna be 10, 15, 20 years down the line or something like that in his career, and people gonna appreciate him just for being around this long. But as far as like really being on the pedestal as, you know, being a superstar, you know, like a Tank or a Mayweather or a Pacquiao or Sugar Ray Leonard, that'll never happen for him. The only way he get put on the pedestal is the, you know, like I said, the Bernard Hopkins way, the Hagler way. But then again, he don't, I'll just leave it at that. That's the only way he got it, man. You know, the Princess Latifah of Newark, even Jersey, Newark, Jersey, yeah, Princess Latifah, man. He'll never be celebrated. He just bitch ass nigga, man. He fight like he in the lingerie boxing league, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.